And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great thing we're going to expose you to. It is something that's been in the works for a while now, and we have got so many great people here in the valley and around the region that have really tied into this. But a guy that I'm so excited to talk to at this point, championship caliber coach, championship caliber human being, and a guy that has really had his mitts all over this with so many others. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I bring in again championship coach Mr. Bo Pelini. Coach, congratulations on everything that's been going on. When we're talking about what we're about to kind of unveil here on YSN, you talk about the MVP Foundation, the Mark Vincent Pelini Foundation. You guys have done a great job over the last couple of years of taking care of this and drawing awareness not only to the foundation but to the game of football and to sports in general. Talk to me about the breakfast that's coming up and why it's so important.
Well, thanks, DJ. Appreciate you having me on, first of all. But the Mark Vincent Pelini Foundation obviously is uh, we started after my nephew Mark was tragically killed in a car accident, and we you try to make a I guess positive out of a negative, so to speak. But what the foundation's all about is really trying to take all the values and the things that Mark stood for and um, try to bring those to light, try to um, reach really as many people in the community, try to help other organizations and things that fall within the values and the things that Mark stood for. And we've raised over um, $500,000 already in the last few years. And this event that's coming up Saturday, it's called the Center of Excellence Award, and it's one of our board members, Cynthia Zordich, and everybody in town knows that name, the Zordich family. And she came up with the idea. Mark played center both at Mooney and then came to played for me at the University of Nebraska, played center. And this is really not a fundraiser on Saturday. It's more of a give back to the community. Try where we picked. It's basically covers 5 or 6 counties here in Northeast Ohio, and it's to take to honor a center who's going to win the award. They were all nominated by their coaches. It had to be a senior center who was nominated by their coach. Who really, it's not just about football. It covers so many things. It covers extracurricular activities, faith, and really we came up with a bunch of great candidates. And I think we're down to I think there's 12 finalists that are going to be there on Saturday, and I think it's going to be a great event. This is the inaugural award, the first time it's ever been given, and this is something we're going to do every single year, and we're really excited about it.
It's a fantastic award, and you mentioned you narrowed it down to a dozen candidates who are all going to be acknowledged here, and they are, I mean, from East Palestine, Salem, West Branch, Sandy Valley, South Range, Jackson. Um, who else we have here? We've got
Hoban.
JFK, Hoban, yep, Walsh Jesuit, as well as Valley Christian, Akron Buchtel, and I think we've got a Green in there as well. So you really spanned across the region here. Why was it important? And what kind of resumes did you guys get in to narrow this down to just a dozen?
I got to tell you, when I wasn't sure what, I've been out of high school coaching for forever. And, I mean, obviously I recruited high school, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was going to be. I thought the coaches of these young men did a great job of nominating them and putting together kind of their resume, as so to speak. And um, it's difficult because there's so many some really neat stories in there. Some kids um, that are leaders that are really active, in the community, off the field, in their high schools, and good students. All the things that we look for. It's kind of an all-encompassing award, and it was it for the first year. I'm really excited about how it's come off, and hopefully we get a lot of people there on Saturday to honor these 12 young men.
And as for how to get there, obviously it is this Saturday, December 14th. It's going to be at St. Luke's Parish. If you don't know where that is, 5225 South Avenue in Youngstown, from 11 to 1:30. I'll be the master of ceremonies. You, my friend, have the honor of being the guest speaker. What are you going to educate people on Saturday?
Well, try to give a message, not only t- uh, uh, not only about what the foundation's about and what Mark was about, but um, give a message for these young men going forward. As they're all done now with their playing careers. They're all seniors, and they're going to be going off to that next step in their life. Um, and it's we want to honor them, but also give them something they can take out of it that hopefully they can use, and it'll be a good event for them going forward. That they walk out of there on Saturday and say, this was a worthwhile thing, and I'm really glad we were a part of the first Center of Excellence ceremony.
You mentioned this is for centers only. So obviously, when you look around our region, there's so many great leaders that the ball obviously starts and ends with as they kind of connect on the huddle. They make sure that the huddle is around them. For you, what do you want people to know moving forward in the second through the 20th through the 100th? Anniversary of this first inaugural MVP Center of Excellence award.
Well, I hope it's something that young men, that these kids strive to want to be a part of. Like we already have, um, kind of started a watch list for next year. Some of these coaches who didn't have seniors, gave us the names and of said we don't have somebody this year, but next year we have somebody. So we already actually have names. That, we're going to be following as their senior year comes up, and so I think it's just I hope to grow. Right now it's I believe it's 5 counties that we have incorporated in this, and eventually that's probably going to grow, maybe to the whole state or um, we're not exactly sure where it's going to go from here, but we've had a great response, and because anytime you do something for the first time, you're not exactly sure how it's going to be received, and but people are excited about it, and I think it's going to be something going forward that hopefully the uh, the whole community can rally around it, so to speak.
And obviously, last but not least, we want to make sure that we shine a light on Mark in the life that he lived and why this is so important to you. Obviously, coaching him, but he's in your family. What's one of your favorite memory or memories of Mark that you hold close to your heart?
Wow, there's just so many. But Mark was he was a really a special kid. I mean, I'm just talking about he had such a wide range of interests and was about all the right things. I mean, um, just a little thing. I mean, but to me, it just shows to kind of who he was. I mean, uh, if you would have gone a couple of times, sometimes you play those night games when you're in college, and but for me, you'd be sometimes get out of there 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then the next morning you maybe have recruits on, so you're up at the crack of jack the next morning. So I was going to church downtown Lincoln at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and after a night game, and so I go in there, but because I was going in to meet some recruits. I wanted to go to church before I went and met them, and then I look up on the altar, and I'm like, is that what I think it is? There was Mark at whatever 7 o'clock mass. He probably got home at 2 o'clock in the morning. There was it, a serving mass as an altar boy,
Wow.
and I mean, just how many college age kids do you see doing that type of thing? And that's a small example, but I mean, he was just such a unusual young man in that he was about all the right things, had multiple interests, was very successful, and just what happened to him, it's just a tragedy and something that he'll be remembered for all the right things and the way he lived his life, even though it was cut short, but special young man.
And again, Coach, we thank you for taking some time for us today. We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Again, if you'd like to join us this Saturday, December 14th, at St. Luke's in Youngstown from 11 to 1:30. And if you want tickets, you can go to Mark Vincent Pelini Foundation.org. Coach, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Looking forward to it, DJ. Thank you for everything you're doing.
You got it.